So here is Gilbert Pablo. And Gilbert Pablo is my adopted son. I feel a strong father-son connection with him. It has always been the case. And I jiggered him a long time ago. When I saw him recently after years, the connection was still so strong. And I feel that he is neglected. He has a father who doesn't really do much. Yeah. And I'll be looking for the funds to concrete their house. That is the only way my boy will overcome this thing, the Jigger. I feel I'm his daddy. And human beings, as we know, we are spirit beings encased in mortal bodies. Some of the people who are related to us by blood are actually spiritually very, very detached from us. We have these people that we meet on our paths, and we truly feel these are ours. We feel that we are connected, and we feel it so strongly. I respect that feeling. Whenever I meet somebody and I feel connected to them, I respect that feeling because I came to know by the teaching of the Spirit that I am a spiritual person. I'm a spirit, and I only live in this physical body. So I don't really know what happened before I came here. But every individual that comes on my way is divinely connected to me. Some of them are my sons. Some are my fathers. Others are my grandmothers. Others are my aunties. If I can only limit that relationship to friendship, then I'm wrong. Because friendship has to begin with physical encounter, which is characterized by love, by mutuality, some mutuality of some measure. That is where we can then talk about friendship. But what of the people that we just meet and we feel we are part of them and they are part of us? And especially when this feeling is mutual, how do you explain that? I have met people who blessed me, and I'll talk about one man called RIGGS from Orem, Utah. I met his daughter, Heather, in South Africa. And Heather looked at me. I was speaking in a church service, and she said, I feel you're connected to my father. I feel it. It was just too deep. And she said, I feel that you're connected to my father. And I know you two will make great friends. I don't know how, but I just feel it. And she gave me her father's email. So I emailed Dennis. And the moment he saw my email, he said, you're my son. You're my beloved son in Africa. And he loved me to bits. I've never met a man like Dennis. May his soul rest in peace and glory. One day I look forward to visiting his graveside, to just cry at his grave. One of the best human beings I know. He was more than a father to me. But where does that come from? He is a white American man. I am a very black African man. And yet we had that connection that was so strong. I miss him. The day when he got ready to die, he was actually ready to go. And he told me, I'm ready to go. And I told him, Daddy, you can go. And he said, the time he was supposed to go, he didn't. And he told me, you guys, you're thinking I was just joking. I have not gone yet. He really wanted to go. He wanted to rest. He had diabetes that really disturbed him, messed up his feet. He could just be walking and then he breaks his bone. That could really rebuke him. Why were you jumping around? You know that your bones are weak. He would be like, son, I wasn't even jumping around. This condition has eaten my bones. He just break. Hapo kuna kakitu keusi, hapo kuna drama. Oh. I wasn't jumping around. I was just standing. Then the bone just, broke. I felt bad. If there is someone I've wished that I shared in their pain, if I had power, I would have gladly suffered for him. But it's not possible to take another person's pain on ourselves. It's only Jesus who did that 2,000 years ago. It's called the atonement, where he suffered, he took over our transgressions, our iniquities, suffered our sin as though he had sinned when he knew no sin. But as human beings, we cannot take up the pain of others. We can only pray for them. Sometimes we can have faith for them, but we cannot take over their pain because we are not saviors. So I feel the connection between me and this boy, and I don't take that for granted. I take it very, very seriously. Because I'm a beneficiary of that arrangement that could only be divine. No human being could organize for that. Indeed, it would never make sense to mortality. Those who live in the flesh cannot fathom the depth of it. And therefore, I understand it when they don't understand me and the connection I have with those I feel so divinely connected to. And the number is big. It grows by day. I meet mothers and I meet fathers on my line of duty. And I meet sons and I meet daughters. And I meet aunties. I meet grandfathers. I meet all manner of people. I meet mentors. My mentors are not even around me. There are men and women who have suffered through life, but they still keep the faith. One of them is called Mary. She has adopted Esther's children. Esther is a prostitute with 6 beautiful kids. And Mary Chick is 91. And at 91, she has so much love. When she is in the hospital, she says, okay, maybe I'll not get out of here. And we tell her, no, you will, because you still need it. Esther's kids, you have children here in Africa, and God has been good to her. another woman. It's called Patrice Parsons. Patrice is so messed up. She's so destroyed by so many things. Recently, she was diagnosed with cancer, and she has liver problems, and she has kidney issues, so many things. When I listen to her and when I see her on video, I sometimes tend to think she will not live one more day. But she's still fighting on. She's my mentor. Patrice Parsons. I've had friends who suffered with cancer, who lived valiantly with that condition, that bad disease for years, but they remained positive and kept loving others through their vicissitude, through their burden, which God had allowed them to carry. Those are my mentors. They're my life coaches. They're my examples worthy of emulation. And when we get to heaven, what a family we shall be when we join together with Pablo. Umekuwa ukienda shule? Na I pay school fees for him. Kama nijaribu tu pesa yangu na Wendy. Naenda. Okay. Sawa sawa. Ama Andy anadanganya David? Anaenda? Okay. The brother confirms that he actually goes to school. I'll concretely have promised, but I'll keep on procrastinating. Shame on me. But this time around, I think I should be able to do it for my guy.